Hello, everybody. My name is Alessandra Steinherr. I'm a beauty journalist and also a member of the British Beauty Council. And I'm so thrilled tonight to be hosting this workshop with Aromatherapy Associates, which I'm going to let Amy come in a minute. I think our theme is quite, it's quite one that a lot of us are preoccupied with at the moment. I think stress, it's a bit of an understatement to say that we all feel some degree of stress, and I think the past year has been difficult for a lot of us. And I think especially, hi Diana, especially I'm just very thrilled to be doing this with the British Beauty Council, because of course all our amazing therapists and all our amazing the beauty industry has suffered so much, and I really feel the British Beauty Council has been such a great champion. And I just want to tell you, everyone who's out there who's a nail technician, hair tech, I am booked up for that week when we start. I'm literally going to have a week of beauty. I'm going to make up for the whole time I haven't been able to have my beauty treatments. I love my beauty treatments. So let me just see. Oh, here we go. I'm going to Amy to join us, because I think I'm looking forward to learning a lot of really, really cool tips during our live. Here she is.
Hello. How are you? It's nice to see you.
I'm so good.
I could hear you just saying that you're getting into those spas as soon as they open.
Listen, I'm not even joking. I'm like, and by the way, just because I'm a beauty journalist does not mean I have preferential entry. I just want to say that, even though I wish I did. But I'm literally on those phones, on the emails. I'm like, I've booked up. I'm like, hair, nails, facial. I was saying I haven't booked up for, I definitely need a de-stress massage, but I'm going to go for it. Like that whole week, do not get me out of my spa. But can I ask you, before we go into obviously the loveliness we're going to talk about, because obviously you're also, the head trainer for aromatherapy. How is it? How are the girls? How's the team, girls and boys? Sorry. How's the team? How's it been for you?
Do you know what? We've actually been really, really proud of all of our spa accounts during lockdown, because they've all been amazing. They've all been like doing lots of refresher training. They've all been looking at the trends at the moment as well, and what the people are really wanting. Because people are wanting different treatments. Like you say, you're booked to have your nails done, you're booked to have your eyebrows done.
Yeah, but that's maintenance. Hello.
Yeah, exactly, but you also want to have that facial and that massage treatment. And a lot of the time people would go to spas for massage, for facials as a treat. They would get bought a gift voucher for their birthday, anniversary, and it would be a real treat. But people are really, really wanting that touch element of the massage, of the facial. And self-care, we've seen self-care sort of skyrocket throughout lockdown. People have had more time, yeah, absolutely, but also people have realized that it's not just a beauty thing, it's a well-being and a self-care thing as well.
100%. I couldn't agree with you more. And I think definitely, going back to Aromatherapy Associate, again, the brand, we spoke about this earlier, when we were on our call. I was very close friends to, Geraldine, who was the co-founder of Aromatherapy Associates. And she was someone who was, I would say, one of the women that I really looked up to in the industry. She was a mentor for me when I was a young journalist. She was very kind to me, and I get a bit upset because every time I talk about her, I just want to say, obviously she unfortunately left us very early. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. No.
She left us way too early. Oh my God, this is so unprofessional.
But do you know what?
Such a special soul. And when she spoke about aromatherapy, she always said, it's not the beauty, for her, it was always much more like people would, we know the very A-list people she looked after. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say, but like biggest A-listers, royalty. And she was just saying, like, someone can come in with all their worries and it's the way you then feel. She was always about that.
Yeah, they was more than, like you said, they was more than therapists, and a lot of therapists are like this today. When it's actually quite frustrating, as a beauty therapist myself, people think that we just sit and paint nails and have a little bit of a gossip, but it's so more than that. We look at our clients' whole lifestyles, and that's what they looked at. Everything was really holistic, and everything was about their clients' well-being, and it wasn't just about the treatment in the spa. They really wanted to encourage people to use aromatherapy to help them, you know, throughout their daily lives, you know, whether that was a soak in the bath or whether that was just literally lighting a candle. You know, it was really, they just wanted to share that power. And like you say, they was really famous for saying, you know, Geraldine especially, you know, it was more than a business for her. It was completely her way of life. And, you know, we're still...
She was the real deal. She was
yeah.
honestly the real deal. And I just think also, I really apologize, but she was very dear to me. So I apologize. It always gets me.
No.
But, you know, we realize how we have to cherish people in our lives as well that are, as they're there. And I think, you know, we can look at all this in terms of this pandemic as well. You know, we, unfortunately, sometimes it has to be tough times that teach us to dig deep and find,
Absolutely.
you know, compassion and kindness, and where we actually have time to go, hold on a minute, you know. And I just think, like, more than ever, I think if one thing this has also proven, and I think, you know, as a beauty journalist, you know, my entire life, often people are, oh, what's your job? And I'd be like, oh, I'm a beauty journalist. Oh, that's nice. Whereas now I think we definitely realize the importance and how, especially for our men. Oh, Shane, hello. Sorry, I love him. He's like, and I just think we realize really that it's so much more than just a lipstick. And by the way, a lipstick, if that lifts you up, that's great.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm all for really small moments of self-care. I think you can take even just cleansing your skin, even just like you say, just popping on a nice bright lipstick. You can make any moment a moment of self-care. You know, so many people say to me, oh, I don't have time for all of that. You know, I'm homeschooling, or I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But even just taking a shower oil into your shower and just taking some time to take some nice deep breaths, you know, can be that moment of self-care. It doesn't mean you've got to do a full body exfoliation and mask and everything, you know. It can just be those real small moments, whatever picks you up. And going back to Geraldine and her blends, you know, her blends were created for real people, and it's been amazing.
And they're still her blends, by the way, just to say.
Absolutely.
I mean, obviously not the new, because, you know, she left us in 2016. So
yeah, I mean, we have had a couple of blends, you know, since then, because people's lives have changed. You know, we need different things, you know, different well-being sort of needs come up, you know, in the 21st century now. You know, we're all so much busier, you know, we are unfortunately so much more stressed, which is what we're going to talk about today. But yeah, her blends haven't been touched. You know, they still use exactly the same formulas that she created the blends from in hers and Sue's kitchen, you know. And to hear that her blends and the blends that we have really helped people through this time, you know, has just been absolutely amazing. Over on Aromatherapy Associates website, we host consultations, you know, and stress, sleep, those sort of things, finding it really difficult, have been the you know, the needs that have come up. And to hear that our blends are still helping people in that way, you know.
Oh, and also it's quite immediate. So so after, like, we are going to move on, guys. Sorry, this is not just going to be sad. We are going to move on to something positive. So we're talking about those little moments. And so this workshop, we're saying it's about stress, and we're talking about both mental and physical stress.
Yeah.
And I find that really fascinating, because I can tell you definitely, I think we're all in one way or another stressed mentally, but I've noticed tightnesses in my body as well. And I'm sure it came from my mind. And I'm like,
yeah,
oh my gosh. And it's not so easy to see. I mean, yes, you can, you know, if you have a real problem, you can see, I think, physios and osteopaths, but just for like muscle tension from just sitting on those Zooms all day long and all of that. So if we could, you know, it'd be great if you could take us through a few little things that can help us with both mental and physical stress.
Yeah, of course. And like you said, you know, stress shows up so differently for everybody. You know, me and you could both be feeling stressed, but we might be showing different, you know, stress symptoms. Like you say, some people suffer from headaches and migraines. Some people's skin breaks out, or if they've got any underlying skin concerns like eczema, psoriasis, they'll have like a flare up in their skin. You know, people do suffer with muscle tension, because when we are, you know, stressed, we sort of hold ourselves, you know, quite stressed as well. Poor digestion, you know, because when we're stressed, our sympathetic nervous system kicks in, and the last thing our body is worrying about is digestion and immunity, you know, hence why people tend to get sick when they're feeling stressed as well. But yeah, you have that emotional stress, mood swings, feeling really low, no motivation. Disturbed sleep is a massive symptom of stress as well. But I had somebody say to me the other day, well, I'm sleeping fine, so it mustn't be stressed. I mustn't be stressed, but it's really important to find what shows up when you're stressed, what your symptoms are, but also how you can manage it as well. And that's
I have to tell you something funny on that. I'm so sorry when you just said that, because when you go, I mean, not that I remember what it's like, but soon I'll have it. When you go to have a treatment, you fill out the form and then it says, are you stressed? Or how would you rate your stress levels? And I'm just like, no, I'm not stressed. I'm fine. And it's almost like you almost deny. You're like, well, this is normal. I think we've sometimes forgotten it's not normal. It's not like you don't have to put up with being like this all the time.
We're such a sort of, I'm fine. I'm
coping.
I'm absolutely fine. But stress is good as well. I know that probably sounds a bit crazy.
But it'll save your life.
We need to feel stressed. Stress is part of our survival mechanism. If we didn't feel stressed, we wouldn't be here today. Stress helps us get out of those difficult situations. It's just when we're feeling stressed all of the time, or the majority of the time, that's when these problems do occur. So we've got, like you say, physical and emotional stress.
But like you said, and I apologize for interrupting you, but there is a positive stress which keeps us going, gives us energy. But I think at the moment, especially, we are still in lockdown here, and I think in lots of countries in Europe, lockdowns back. It's that negative stress. It's that down stress. It's that stress that I call it like the blue stress, which gets you a bit. We're obviously not talking about people who have clinical depression. We're not talking about that we're going to, nobody talks about, just sniff a bit of aromatherapy, you'll be fine. We're not saying that. But it's about it's that, when you have that stress that just pulls you down and you're just a bit,
it's that worry and that anxiety, isn't it? Which most people have been feeling, absolutely, obviously, over the last year. We've all been feeling worried about our loved ones. We've all been anxious about what's happening. There's that level of anxiety coming up again as things are about to change. Some people, everyone's like, I'm excited, but am I ready? There's that all going on at the moment.
And I just saw Millie Kendall just said, the past 12 months have been enormously stressful. Don't sleep well. Digestion is awful. Well, Millie, you're also doing this massive campaign for the beauty industry. So, I can understand you being very stressed. It's a very busy time lobbying the government and ensuring that, the industry can kind of open up. So, Millie, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to take that stress. But
we're going to do some things to help you now, Millie.
But let's show you some things to help you.
But let's go for the first one, which is going to help with that. Most people are saying sort of anxiety, that sort of worried stress. So when we're just sat feeling worried, feeling anxious, we start to take really short and shallow, quick breaths. And when we do that, it actually signals to our brain that we're stressed. And then we start to produce more cortisol, which is our stress hormone, and it all sort of kicks off, and that's why we're really stressed. So what we want to really, if we feel like we're emotionally stressed, what we really need to do is start taking some nice deep breaths, because when we breathe in a diaphragmatic way, so really taking those deeper breaths, that's how we breathe when we're relaxed. As you feel yourself drifting off to sleep, you're taking those longer, deeper breaths. So we can actually calm both our mind and our bodies down by forcing ourselves to breathe in that way. And a great blend to use alongside any sort of breathing exercises is our De-Stress Mind. And I know you've got a De-Stress Mind product that we're going to use. I've got
all the De-Stress. Listen, I literally this is like it's on me. Oh, look, the light's gone weird here. this light I have is so weird. So I use this De-Stress. I have the whole De-Stress range because I literally think just having it around me will calm me.
Well, you do have to use it though.
I'm joking a little bit, but yeah. So I have this. Is this what we're using?
So the De-Stress Mind. So just a little bit about the blend before we get started. So this was actually created for a really busy CEO, and Geraldine Sue realised that actually we need something more than just a relaxing blend. We need something that's going to help with that really, really busy, sort of disturbed mind with those anxious thoughts, those racing sort of thoughts. And they came up with the De-Stress Mind blend. And the key essential oil in here is frankincense. And you'll probably enjoy this fact. This was Geraldine's favourite essential oil, was frankincense. It's in most of our blends. She loved it so much, you know, but it's a real prominent essential oil in here. And frankincense is known for really sort of lifting you out of those negative thoughts, helping with any anxiety, and it's
quite grounding. Is that correct?
Really grounding, yeah, really good for focusing the mind. And frankincense works so well in a blend that you're going to use with a breathing exercise because it actually relaxes the diaphragm and allows for that deeper breathing. So although we're going to force the body to do that whilst we're taking those deeper breaths, we can enhance that breathing exercise with our frankincense in the rollerball. We've also got chamomile in here, which is super calming. We all know chamomile is super calming for the mind and the body, and also petitgrain as well. And petitgrain helps to sort of clear the mind. So I like to think of my De-Stress Mind as like a filing cabinet for my thoughts. You know, it sort of puts everything in the right place and really allows you to focus. So great for if you're studying, great for if you're feeling stressed, you just want to take a minute. Breathing exercises don't have to take too long, because if you are feeling quite anxious, you are feeling like you've got racing thoughts, you can't take too long because your mind will start to
But it's
wander
also
elsewhere.
a nice thing to do maybe at the end of the day, because we're all at home. There's no separation between home and work. And maybe it might be a nice, I'm just thinking now, it might be a nice thing to do. Just, okay, my working day is over. I'm doing this now. And then it's my private time. So yeah, this might be a good thing.
Also really good for if you wake up in the middle of the night. Have your rollerball by your
quite
bed.
A few people were talking about sleeplessness.
Yeah, instead of because normally when you have disturbed sleep, it's because you've got an overactive mind. You know, that's what keeps you awake, that's what wakes you up. You know, you wake up and you're thinking about what I've got to do tomorrow, what happened today, you know, what's going on next week. You know, we've all been there, haven't we, in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning. Instead of picking up your phone, grab your rollerball and do a nice breathing exercise, you know, to help bring you back to the present and stop your mind from wandering. So shall we said earlier in the call, we're just going to waffle on forever. So shall we do this breathing exercise, Alex? Yeah. So what you want to do with your rollerball is you want to apply it. So take off your cap, and we're going to apply it to our wrists. So onto both of your wrists there, behind your ears. And then I always like to apply a little bit just onto my chest. And we're going to do an exercise. We're going to do an exercise called box breathing. Yeah. And the reason it's called box breathing is if you imagine a box, what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in for 4, hold the breath for 4, breathe out for 4, and hold the breath for 4.
But that's easy.
I will count everybody in. If anybody's doing this at home, I will count you all in.
Please do it at home.
Please do it at home. Yeah, it's the only way to see how it works. Because we've applied our rollerball to our wrists, we're going to bring our wrists up to our nose, and we're going to do our breathing exercise while we've got our wrists up to our nose, so we can inhale those essential oils. Because when we breathe in the aromas, when we smell the aromas, it helps to work on an emotional level. But we won't go into that too much because we'll be here all night. Okay, so if you take a nice deep breath in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. One more time on your own.
That made some exciting. I was like, am I meant to talk? No, I'm not.
And the reason why that exercise, and it's always good to join in, the reason why that breathing exercise helps so well with stress and anxiety is because of the holding of the breath. We can all take nice deep breaths in, you know, but our minds can still wander. But because we're holding that breath, we're thinking about the breathing exercise and nothing else. So really bringing us back into that present moment. And it's so simple. You can
light. And how many times are you meant? I don't know what it is today with my
you're gonna
light.
have to
It's
just keep
weird.
going in and out.
It's just when I come in and out. How many times are we meant to be doing this?
You can do it as many times as you want to, you know, at least sort of 3-4 times, but
So weird.
just do it until you feel the effect. But you know, those days where you're just feeling a little bit antsy, you're feeling a little bit stressed, and you just think, I need to just take a minute, because if I don't, I'm just going to explode. You can just take a minute and just do that breathing exercise. You know, nobody even really needs to know what you're doing. You know, just pop your rollerball on and just do that nice breathing exercise. But it's great for really helping with that wandering mind. You know, I've got a really busy overactive mind, so if I try any sort of meditation, I start off all well and good, but within a minute my thoughts
same.
I'm not a
great meditator, but then this is but it's all just about like being in the moment. Even it's the same thing, isn't it? It's just about being in the moment, and just being quiet. I mean, I think that's I mean, I love it because it's not too complicated, so that's really, really helpful. Did you want to talk, and then obviously I wanted to talk about also the body, like just as I'm sitting here, I feel pain, and it's muscular pain, like, but it's muscular. It's like, it's shoulder, it's, oh Jesus. And now I feel a pain with this light. I have no idea what is going on with my lighting tonight. It's just so weird.
You still look amazing, don't worry.
I look like bright. I don't know what it is. I just look so bright. This is the weirdest thing. I never have this issue, so I don't know. Anyway, so I like the gel, because that's a product that I use. Let me just do that. There you go. It's a gel that I use a lot. But I just literally apply it where it hurts.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's our de-stress muscle gel. It's one of our best-selling products. We use it in spa. We use it in all of our treatments. You know, it's a gel, so it's water-based. It's got lavender and rosemary water in there, so really hydrating to the skin. But the essential oils in the de-stress muscle is you've got lavender. Now, lavender, most people think of lavender as relaxing, but it actually is anti-inflammatory to muscles, and also an analgesic as well, so helping with that pain that you said that you're feeling. It's also got rosemary in there, really stimulates the circulation, helps to remove toxins, and black pepper and ginger, which really warm and relax the muscles. But our muscle gel is amazing because you can just use
why was it made in a gel form? Because you also have the de-stress body oil. But why was the muscle product done in a gel form and not in an oil form?
It's more for that quick absorption, because you can because you can use it, you know. The body oil is something you're going to use to nourish your skin, but also help with that muscle tension. So a great way to sort of start or end your day once you get out of your bath or shower, you know. But your muscle gel is more, it's a little bit like your de-stress mind rollerball, but for your muscles. It's for on the go. It's for when you need it. It's a nice quick working product, and anything that's water-based is going to absorb into the skin.
That's what I was thinking. So it goes more toward that's what I imagined, but I wasn't sure.
And it's non-sticky as well, which is really good. You don't sort of have to wait, you know. Our oils don't contain any mineral oils, so they do absorb really, really quickly into the skin. But a water, it's like almost like your skin's going to just drink that water through, absorb super, super quickly. And like I said, you can actually use this all over the body to hydrate your body, and then you can layer the oil over the top, you know, if you're feeling really like you want to really distress your body. But the muscle gel itself, really just use it throughout the day and pop it on those areas of concerns, you know, onto your shoulders where you're feeling tense. You can even pop it up into the cranial there if you suffer with any tension, headaches, onto your calves. Literally, you can just apply it anywhere. So this is going to help with muscle recovery. So anybody that has been working out, I can't say I have, but anybody.
I haven't, but like, it's more like I do walk a lot, and I just think that because it's still, it can, if you don't stretch, the problem is, I realize I should have listened when they gave us stretching lessons, like back in, you know, when and you really need to stretch, and we don't stretch enough, you really get in trouble, even just from walking, like, you know.
Even just from sitting at your desk, you know, this is great for, I say this is great for muscle recovery, but it's also really good for if you've got any stiffness in your joints.
Hi, Tara.
As well.
Sorry.
I know, we love Dr. Tara. So hi, Tara. Also really good if you've got any stiffness in your joints. So people that have been sat working from home, you know, a lot of that time, you know, our muscles need to be stretched. They need to be elongated because they're really tight otherwise, and it can affect our posture. and you know, you sat with bad posture for all day long, you know, it's no good. You are going to get that build up of tension.
And also, you know, maybe, I don't know, some people maybe are amazingly, have foresight and have perfect chairs for it, but I don't have a perfect chair at home. I just have, you know, like in an office, you might have a specific off type chair that you need. But like at home, sometimes we just sit at our kitchen table, don't we? And it's just not ideal.
Yeah,
or we're hunched
absolutely.
over.
Absolutely. And like you said, you know, people are working from home, people are spending a lot more time at home, people are finding it difficult to end their day and start their evening. So people are just sat there, you know, all day long, you know, not having sort of lunch breaks, not getting up, not moving around. So definitely get yourself up and move around. And another great sort of de-stressing tip, this is completely off topic, but is make sure you get outside, especially at the moment, you know, because being outside in nature is great for de-stressing as well. You know, we've all been cooped up, so make sure you do take the time, yes, to do your stretches, but definitely move more as well. So I think we've got a few minutes left, so we could do some stretches with the de-stress muscle gel.
I mean, unless you want to talk a little bit about the body oil and the bath and shower oil, it's up to you. Can I just say something about the bath and shower oil?
Yeah.
I don't like taking baths. I just don't like it. I like to be in a shower.
Okay.
Can you explain to me again?
Yes,
like,
let's do that.
The bath oil, not bath, the bath oil in the shower. Like, what is the best way to use it in the shower? Because you know, in a bath, you put a few you throw a few cupfuls.
Yeah, you don't actually.
What's the best way in the shower?
Yeah, you actually don't apply it a capful to the bath. You know, the best way, and you know, I say you don't, you can, you know, there's no sort of bath and shower or police that's going to tell you not to, you know, but
that's what people would think that you do.
Yeah. The best way to use the bath and shower oil, it doesn't matter whether you're having a bath or whether you're having a shower, is you're going to use it exactly the same way. So I'll get my bath and shower oil and I'll tell you exactly how to use it, because you can absolutely...
This is so interesting. Thank you.
Absolutely use it in the shower. So to get the best results out of this product, so our bath and shower oils are like our treatment in a bottle. So when a client used to visit Geraldine and Sue in the clinic that they started working at, they would create the blend and then they'd bottle the blend at a higher concentration for that client to take home to almost continue the benefits of the treatment. Because we know you can have a massage once a month, but you're still going to have that tension, you're still going to have all of those other concerns. So our bath and shower oils contain up to 30% pure essential oil, so we're super highly concentrated. So we really want to make the most of them and not just pour them into our bath water. So what you want to do is get one capful, pour it into your hands and actually apply it to your torso before you get into your bath and shower. By applying it to your torso, so onto your abdomen, lower back, chest, shoulders, you're going to get that absorption of the essential oils. The essential oils will go into the body via the hair follicle, and they can actually stay working for up to 8 hours. Super important if you're using something like the de-stress muscle. We want it in the body, we want it in the muscles, we want it to be doing its job. Then you're going to bring your hands up and breathe in those essential oils. That way it's going to work through inhalation, really clearing the respiratory system, but also working on our sense of smell, working on that emotional level. You would then step into your bath and shower and
I love this.
As normal. So whether you're having a bath or whether you're having a shower,
that's the best way to do it.
That is the best way.
And what would someone do who has very reactive skin about applying it straight to the skin?
Yeah, obviously it's the same as any sort of product. Just patch test it first. You know, inside of the arm or just onto a smaller area. You know, we'd always recommend patch testing. There isn't anything really in there. You know, there's no sort of nuts. There's nothing sort of artificial that people could react to. But if they are sensitive, if they are worried, then just
because the truth is that essential oils are very potent.
Absolutely.
You know, they are very effective. Absolutely. Super effective. So don't overdo, like, you don't need more than what you said. Like, more is not better.
Yeah, and that's why we say one capful. You know, these are highly concentrated bath and shower oils. You know, you need one capful, and that way you're going to get, you know, you're going to get the full benefits from using that capful. You know, it's giving you that measuring tool, so definitely use it. But yeah, sensitivity, always sort of patch test first. Or try with something that's not as highly concentrated, like a body oil, you know, which doesn't have the 30%. Or
so the highest concentration is in the bath and shower oil.
Absolutely.
And then then the lighter concentrations is in
Yeah, because that's a leave-on product. You know, the bath and shower oils are not a leave-on product, so they can be
That's the key. It's
That's
because you actually rinse it off.
absolutely, yeah. And a lot of people will say, you know, I spent all that money on a bath and shower oil and I'm just washing it off. But that absorption happens straight away. That sense of smell, working on that emotional level, our sense of smell gives a reaction before we've even realized what we've smelled. You know, the sense of smell does not delay at all. You know, that inhalation has happened straight away before you've even stepped into your shower. But for psychological reasons, just put it on while you're turning your shower on, while you're brushing your teeth, while you're doing your cleanse, you know. But it's more for psychological reasons.
But I
you know?
love, because I have a shower that, like, it's like a, you can close the door, so it's, and you know what happens? Oh, jeez, this is whatever. I don't know what it is, but I still look the same. So what and I liked, and then when the dampness of the shower rises, you really get that, like,
yeah,
spark.
the aromas in the bath and shower oils, you know, they are
I have no idea what is going on. I swear to God, just keep talking. I'll just do
the
this.
aromas are really strong. You know, you've got up to 30% pure essential oil, so don't let it stop when you get out of the shower. You know, open your bathroom door, let those aromas sort of go through into your home, and you can even sort of diffuse the similar blends, you know, in your home to create that environment. Hence why we've got so many different products with the same blend in, because you can use them in different ways. And sort of back to what we were saying about what Geraldine and Sue used to say, you know, it's about creating that moment. It's about using aromatherapy to help with different times and at different times of need. Bath and shower oils are for when you really sort of need that moment. And then you've got your rollables, your leave-on products, your shower oils for when you just want those quicker moments.
And when you want, and I'd like one to de-stress me from when I'm
you need
there.
to de-stress from Instagram.
Oh my God. Okay. I have no idea it's my light. I don't know. See, maybe if I turn it down. There you go. My light was too bright. But I honestly found it like super interesting. And our last question, what other tips do you have to de-stress? Anything else?
Okay, so we've said getting outside.
Sleep. Talk about sleep.
Sleep, yeah, sleep is so important. You know, we don't always prioritize our sleep, you know, and we do sometimes restrict ourselves from sleep, you know. Oh, I'll just watch another episode on Netflix and then I'll go to sleep even though I'm absolutely exhausted, you know. But we need to really prioritize our sleep. So mindful sleep preparation is something that is really going to help with stress, you know, if you do have that disturbed sleep, you know. And it's finding what works for you. You know, I like to journal, sort of get all my thoughts down onto paper, breathing exercises, meditation, switching off your phone, you know. That's another tip to de-stress as well. Limit your news intake, limit your social media intake, you know. If things are getting too much, if things are getting quite stressful, then leave your phone at home and go for a walk, you know. It really does
yeah
help.
It's so true, especially right now. You're so right. Like we overload on news as well, whilst, you know, news is important. Obviously we want to be informed.
Absolutely.
There is no need to be like a news junkie where it actually you know, when is that information too much? And I think right now that's definitely an issue when you're just like overly just like.
Yeah, definitely. I actually turned my news notifications off. I do watch the news in the morning, you know, while I'm having my breakfast. So I do keep on top of it, you know, but the notifications that come through all day, every day, it can be was just getting me down and was getting too much. So I actually just turned off the notifications and I control when I'm watching that. So that's another great one.
That's clever. Yeah,
connection is another great tip as well. That sense of belonging is really important, you know, to our mental health. So we've all been so used to connecting through screens, but now we can, you know, see each other outside, you know. That connection, that being with loved ones, you know, that's something that's great for our mental health and for stress as well, isn't it? You know, and we can do that a little bit more now. So the only way is up with that one.
No, and 100%. I mean, like I said, I'm looking forward to the 12th for, you know, our wonderful beauty industry to be able to reopen. But beyond that, it's also, you know, I have to say, and it'd be a good note to end on, you know, speaking, you know, as this is the British Beauty Council account. It's you know, for me, it's not just, I didn't just miss like having my color done or my blow dries. It's the connection. you know,
Absolutely.
they're friends, you know, my people, like it's part of your life, you know, like, and having my facials and things, it's not just the facial, it's the connections, the human connections as well.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah, and it's that power of that touch, isn't it, as
yeah,
well, you know, from that person. You know, it's not just, like you say, it's not just about the results that you have
yeah,
afterwards, even though, you know, that's amazing. It's the
yeah,
whole package of
yeah.
it, isn't it? When I worked in a spa, you know, I spoke to most of my clients more than I spoke to anybody else. You know, you do really build up that connection. So I'm sure all the therapists out there, you know, and all the spas, they're
I'm just so
super
excited. And I
excited.
think,
Me
you know, the
too.
British Beauty Council has definitely, you know, done so much and really supported. And I think, yeah, our industry is important. Our
Yeah.
industry matters. And apart from the fact that it's an industry very supportive of women. It's an industry where women really have important positions as well.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's yeah, you know, we're not just like the poor relation. We are really, you know, an important industry in the UK and beyond. Obviously, I'm not British, but everywhere in the world, we
Yeah.
notice how important it is, and the fact that so many of us are like can't wait for beauty to reopen. It's not a question about
That's
vanity;
Helen. Yeah.
it's beyond. And so
Yeah.
I just want to thank you. I feel this was such a. I mean, I'm going to do that breathing. Thank you. I
Good.
want to apologize to everyone about my stupid lighting. I have no idea what happened, but that's not important because what's important with your information. And
Oh,
I just wish everybody a wonderful evening and a great bank holiday coming up.
yeah, it's bank holiday, so definitely get yourselves outside, switch your phones off, go for a walk, do some box breathing.
Thank you so
Have a
much.
lovely evening.
Take
Nice to speak
care.
to you. Take
Bye.
care.